Oshkosh Titans. Let's take a 2-minute break, and we will come back. This is University of Wisconsin-Stevens Point women's basketball on WPCN. Ready for the start of tonight's game. Of course, there are other games going on in our conference besides this one. On the women's side, Platteville is at Whitewater, La Crosse at Stout, Eau Claire up at River Falls. On the men's side, our Pointers are over at Oshkosh, looking to have a better game than they did on Wednesday night. Whitewater down at Platteville, Stout at La Crosse, and I believe River Falls and Eau Claire postponed. I'm assuming that's a COVID thing. I don't know if you've noticed, but there have been a few, not a lot, thank goodness, but there have been a few forfeitures in the high school tournaments because of COVID. And, you know, if you get it, you can't play, and you are shut down. So, yeah, it's not good. It's certainly not good for the kids, either one, that miss their games, the winning side, the losing side, but it's one of those deals. The Pointer hockey team was supposed to play tonight at Superior. Their game canceled, I'm assuming, because of COVID. They will not play that one. We're going to get a break for the anthem. We'll come back, play a little college basketball with our UW-Stevens Point women against the Oshkosh Titans. Let's take a 2-minute break. We'll come back. This is Pointer Women's Tournament, not tournament, but Pointer Women's Basketball on WPCN. The UW-Stevens Point Underway and looking forward to it. Let's run down the starting lineups. First of all, for the Oshkosh Titans, they'll go with 5'8" senior Julia Silloway, 5'10" junior Abby Kaiser, 5'9" senior Leah Porath, 5'5" freshman Kennedy Osterman, and 5'11" senior Nikki Arneson. And again, the Titans, coached by Brad Fisher in his 9th season. The Titans are 4-1 coming into tonight's ball game. For the Stevens Point Pointers here tonight, it'll be 5'8" junior Jessica Slowick. She's from Elko, Wisconsin. 5'8" freshman Josie Nice from Platteville. It is 5'8" senior Taylor Greenheck from Sauk Prairie. 6'1" senior Bailey Collins from Milton. And also 5'10" senior Kellen Schmidt from Edgerton. And the Pointers coached by Shirley Egner. Stevens Point 2-3 on the season so far here in 2021. It's this game, 2 games next week. The women are at home Wednesday and then on the road Friday, both against River Falls. Then you have the conference postseason tournament. It'll be 1 game or 3 games, I guess it would be. And then it's over. So there isn't much time left. It seems like we just started. Well, in fact, we kind of just did, right? But with that being said, we will be done here with college basketball, our side anyway, in a very short amount of time, unfortunately. So hopefully our high schools can carry on for a while and keep us going before the baseball and softball season gets underway. All right, here we go. The opening tip, and it's controlled by Stevens Point. It'll go out on the right side to Greenheck. Slowick up on top, bounces it. Kellen Schmidt over to the right side. Nice underneath to Collins. A lean in, didn't hit it, got it back, put it up again, no, and then a rebound here to the Titans. Well, 2 cracks at it, couldn't score from under the basket. Up front with it is going to be Osterman. Leaves it up on top of the circle to Kaiser. Kaiser with the handoff pass right back to Osterman. Into the lane, down the lane, on the floor, lobbed out to the wing this time by Kaiser. And what do we get? A 3-second violation on the Titans. So it will go back here to Stevens Point. Titans coming with full court pressure. See if the Pointers can handle it here. You don't always get a turnover, but it puts it in the back of your mind. If you get 2, 3, 4 in a ball game, that can affect the game a bunch. And sometimes it makes you play way faster than you want to. So the press is not a bad thing if you're in shape. That's not a bad thing at all. We're going to get a foul off ball here. Let's see who it's going on. Should be on the Titans. And it looks like it might be on Silloway. That's where it's going to go. So Silloway with the first foul of the game. It'll go to Slowick in the free throw circle. Lob down to Bailey Collins. Kick out Kellen Schmidt. Greenheck had a chance at a 3. Drives it down the lane and hits the little runner. Taylor Greenheck with the first points of the ball game here tonight. Stevens Point on top 2-0. On the left wing with it is Kaiser. Sends it over on the pass to Porath. Right wing 3 won't go. Rebound by Greenheck in there for Stevens Point. Sends it to Nice. And up the floor it will come here for the Pointers. Slowick, right wing pass to Schmidt. Kellen dumps it into the post to Collins. Little up and under, off the rim again. Bailey's 0 for 3 from inside. Good defense in there. Up it'll come with Osterman. Slides across the top of the circle, gets it into the hands of Silloway. Silloway leaves it off from the left elbow out to the wing, through the lane, stripped away by Collins, picked up here by Nice. Nice all the way down to the other end for Stevens Point. To the corner, it'll go to Greenheck, trying to drive baseline, got in deep, didn't take the shot. Out to Nice, her triple, rims off, no. Rebounding foul is going to go on Bailey Collins. Didn't have inside position and reached over the top. So Each team with one team foul. Stevens Point with an early 2-0 lead. Hardly seems like the college basketball season is getting this close to the end for us, but it is. Osterman out on the left wing to the left elbow down the lane. It looked like a travel to me, and they did get it. Whistle blew, and I thought he was going to go with a foul, but Kaiser definitely dragged a pivot foot on her spin move. So it'll go back to Stevens Point, still leading by a 2-0 score. Josie Nice brings it across the timeline. Green Heck sends it left. This is Slowick. Jessica with a dribble drive down to the baseline. A little lean in, way off the mark. Rebound Kellen Schmidt, and then got tied up, and it will go to the Oshkosh Titans. That was kind of a tough shot try by Slowick. Sierra Rain will come in here for Stevens Point. She's off to a great start as a freshman out of Bloomer, Wisconsin. 6'1". I think Coach told me she took a year off, or was it 2? So she's a freshman, but maybe a year removed already from high school. Inside, spin move, nice move, blocked from behind by Rain. Nice job on the turnaround by Porath. Into the front court comes Nice with the dribble, working against Silloway. 2-0 Stevens Point. Green Heck on top to Kellen Schmidt into the post. Rain turnaround jumper off the front of the rim, no. And the rebound to the Titans. Silloway checked that. Osterman into the front court, down to the baseline. It'll go there to Kaiser. Kaiser kick out 3, ball buried that time by Nikki Arneson, and Oshkosh with its first lead of the game at 3-2. Nice works the dribble and into the front court for Stevens Point. Bothered by Silloway again, over to Slowick on the right side. Kellen Schmidt on the drive into the lane, and we've got a foul. And where are they going to go with it? Looks like it might be on Leah Porath, senior out of New London. Well, we have had some success with kids from New London, I'll say that. That's a heck of a good women's basketball school. High school, I guess we'd call them girls, but Pointer's inbounding. Nice to a cutter. Got it tipped away. Rain comes out of there with it. Dishes back to Schmidt. Kellen over to the right wing. It'll go there to Greenheck now. Plenty of time left. Jumper on the way is airmailed that time just into the game. Abby Campion kind of rushed her shot, in my opinion. Drew nothing but air on that one. 3-2 Titans. They'll have the ball back. Carson Reith into the game for Oshkosh, a 6'1 senior. Oshkosh carries 22 players on the roster, and they are all dressed and here. Jenna Jorgensen also in. Gets rid of it. Porath jump shot off the mark. Nice with a rebound for Stevens Point. She will push up the right wing. Into the corner, it'll go there to Campion. Back out to Greenheck. Looked at the left wing, didn't go there. Taylor now to the corner. Into the low post, they got it to Nice. She's covered up pretty well, and they're going to call her, I think, for double dribble inside. And the Titans will get another substitution in here. As into the game will come Ava Douglas, a 5'6 sophomore out of Reedsburg. Up the floor it'll come with Douglas. Leaves it off on the high left side. Stevens Point down 3-2. Left wing, baseline drive, pull-up jumper, and got it. Nice move by Leah Porath. And it is 5-2 in favor of the Titans. Well, Stevens Point's had plenty of chances, just haven't made any shots. And that's kind of an important part of the game, making baskets. Kellen Schmidt underneath the rain and up and under, couldn't get it to go, and the rebound on the baseline goes here to Douglas. Quickly up, right wing, Kaiser in the right corner, gives it up to Douglas. Back out, Porath, top of the circle. They'll get it into the low post, or tried. Taylor Greenheck reached around and batted that one away. Out of bounds. Skyward Incorporated, connecting parents and education. And we've got immediate timeout. 4:44 to go here in the opening quarter. Oshkosh out to a 5-2 lead. Let's take the break. We'll come right back. UW Stevens Point women's basketball on WPCN.
You can now replay your favorite.
Stevens Point scored the first basket, but has not scored since, and trails by a 5-2 margin at the moment. With the basketball, Oshkosh inbounds under the basket. The inbound came straight into Carson Reith, and she was fouled. So that will put the Titans at the free throw line with Carson Reith, a senior out of Loyal, not that far away from here, a Greyhound. Missed the first one. The foul, by the way, on Sierra Rain. Her first. Second free throw is good. Makes it a 6-2 lead for Oshkosh. 4:42 to go here. Pointers will bring it up into the game for Stevens Point is Julia Hickey, the freshman out of Silver Lake and Wilmot Union High School. Across the way, it'll go to Campion down to the baseline with a runner. Blocked, got it back. Pinned down off the Rain. Her short jumper bounces around off the rim. Tipped up, no, by Pfeiffer, and then picked up here by the Titans. Up the right wing with it is Douglas. They'll send it over on the left side. That is Reith. Outside a long triple. Scored for Jenna Jorgensen, and the Pointers are getting themselves buried deep here early. 9-2. Campion across the way. Again, all it is you can't make a shot. Into the right corner to Campion. She'll bring the dribble out high, looks and finds Rain outside. Hickey quickly over. Taylor Greenheck's jumper, that's off the mark, and the rebound to Porath. Douglas into the right corner, it'll go here. 9-2 Titans. Jorgensen sends it up on top into the hands of Reith. Into the lane, kick out. Porath wants three, rims out long, rebound, kick to the corner, and that'll go out of bounds off of Oshkosh. Good effort that time. So it is 9-2 in favor of Oshkosh. 3:23 to go here in the opening quarter of play. Point scored the first field goal, and that is it. Taylor Greenheck will have the job of getting it on the floor, and she does. Silloway back in for the Titans. Hickey across the timeline for point. Somebody's got to score. Hickey down to the left block. Her pass intercepted by Silloway. Off it'll go. Douglas, lead feed up the left side, and an easy lay-in for Jorgensen. Stevens Point needs a timeout here. This will be a 30-second timeout taken by Stevens Point. 3:06 to go in the opening quarter, and you are down by 9 here early at 11-2. We'll take the 30 and come right back. This is UW Stevens Point women's basketball on WPCN.
Are you ready to...
Jessica Slowick. Bailey Collins back in. They'll get it to her. Double teamed and stolen away in the post. They're going to call jump ball, so that will give it back here to Stevens Point. Collins in the post, brings that ball right down to her waist, and then the second defender slides in, and you get that jump ball. Easier said than done, but you have to flare those elbows a little bit, keep it up high. Inbound comes to Greenheck on the left wing. Into the post, should have been a foul. Nice tried to take it up. Was fouled initially by Douglas without a whistle. Letting them play a little bit, I guess, is the feeling here. 11-2, and a foul is going to be whistled on Douglas. A little late, but we'll take it. That is her first, third team. And Josie Nice at the free throw line off the front of the rim. Still looking to get off that dreaded number 2. I always thought 1 was the loneliest number. There you go. Free throw is good. So the Pointers make it an 11-3 deficit right now. And up the floor comes Douglas for the Titans to the top of the circle. Stops, goes into the right corner. Kick out. Jorgensen gets it back to Reith. Skips it back over. Sillaway with it off the high screen. Bounces to a cutter down the lane. Missed it, but a foul. Boy, a beautiful bounce pass to Nikki Arneson. And she will go to the free throw line here. Oshkosh really runs a good offensive set. Foul is called on Taylor Greenheck, her first. And the third on the Pointers. First free throw for Arneson is good. Senior out of Mount Horeb, Wisconsin. And got the second one as well. So the lead has expanded to 10 now at 13-3. Lost by 30 on Wednesday. Greenheck pushes it up the floor for Stevens Point. Sends the pass over to Nice. It's going to be tough if you can't score a little bit. Slowick, bounce pass underneath, intended for Collins, loose on the floor. Titans will dig it out. Just a bad pass in heavy traffic. Up the wing it'll come into the corner from the pass from Douglas. He'll go to the baseline, skip pass over the top. Nothing available there for Reith. Reith holds, looked inside, back on top. Three ball from the top of the circle, not good, but the long rebound picked up by Reith. Right over the head of Collins, out to Sillaway, and she'll nail the three. Well, not much going right for you. And down by 13 all of a sudden at 16-3. Nice into the front court, into the lane. Bad pass. Who's going to come out of there with it? Finally picked up by Kellen Schmidt. Into the right corner, it'll go there to Slowick. Just on top to Kellen Schmidt. Looking at Bailey Collins in the post, but not much there. Into the lane, again dribbled into heavy traffic and stolen away by Oshkosh. Things you just can't do. Up the floor, it'll come here with Jorgensen. Reith at the top of the circle. Looking inside, will give off left wing to Douglas. Douglas back on top, open. Arneson nails the triple. Well, it's getting out of hand here awfully early tonight. 19-3 in favor of Oshkosh. Kellen Schmidt into the right corner. It'll go there to Taylor Greenheck. Drives it into the paint. Kicks to the corner. Nice. No time to load it up. They're going to say she stepped out of bounds. It's going from bad to worse here right now. 19-3 Oshkosh. And Titans will bring it back up the floor. Back in is Kennedy Osterman. Works left wing with the dribble, sends it to the top of the circle. That is Claire Staples in. They've gone deep into the bench already. Reith over to the right side, Arneson. Back to Reith, open for a three, and drills that one. Nobody near her. And you are down by 19 points already at 22-3. 13 seconds to go. Slowick into the front court, 9 seconds on the game clock. Greenheck trying to attack off the wing. Ball pops free, goes out of bounds. They'll give it to the Pointers here. And with 2.3, Pfeiffer in, Rain back out. Stevens Point will have that much time to get a shot off here. Greenheck inbounds, nice, pulls up for the jumper. It was short, and we have played 1 quarter. It is Oshkosh 22, Stevens Point 3. We'll be back in a minute. This is UW Stevens Point women's basketball on WPCN.
The Amherst girls basketball team faces Westfield.
3 after the first quarter of play here from the Quant Fieldhouse on the UW Stevens Point campus. Scott Krieger with you. Your final score, Sports Bar and Grill scoreboard showing Oshkosh 22 and Stevens Point 3. Plan your before or after game get-togethers at the final score, second of Maria Stevens Point. Right wing pass down into the corner. Titans with the ball, drive right down the lane and score a layup. And that one by Claire Staples to improve the Titan lead to 25-3. Nice brings it across the timeline, has her pass tipped, picked up by Greenheck along the sideline. Slowick over to Kellen Schmidt. Kellen down to the right baseline, attacks the basket, comes up short. We're going to get a foul, but I don't know who it's going to be on. Let's wait and see here. It is going to be on Oshkosh. It'll be on Jorgensen. That'll be her first. And the first on the Titans here. And Stevens Point gets off the dreaded number 3 now. Kellen Schmidt makes the first free throw. And her second is good. So Stevens Point down 24-5 right now. Sent across the way. This is Jorgensen out on the wing. Arneson to a cutter down the lane. Staple couldn't hit it. Tough shot. Some contact, and they didn't whistle it. Greenheck into the front court. Stops, gives it up. Kellen Schmidt thought about a 3. Now takes the 3. Had it wide open and then waited kind of, and the defender ran out. 24-5 is your score. Hortonville taking apart Spash right now in the opening half, leading the Panthers by 13 at the moment. 24-5. Hortonville crushed Wausau West the other day, so obviously they are good. Porath with the ball here for Oshkosh. Up on top of the circle, it'll go to Staples. Staples left wing pass to Jorgensen. Up on top. Jorgensen gets it back, takes the 3 from the corner, rims off long. Who's going to get the board? Oshkosh. Back up with the putback is Leah Porath. Just stripped it right away from Josie Nice. So it's 26-5 right now in favor of the Titans. Slowick, bounce pass off to Taylor Greenheck. Back to Jess on the wing, looking into the post to Pfeiffer. They'll get it to Jamie out on the right baseline. Sends it to Nice. Shot clock 8. Nice into the lane. And she gets tied up. Now possession, and we have seen that just way too many times where you show too much basketball and give credit to the defense. They get in there and tie you up. Paper City Savings, proud supporter of our community with locations in Plover, Wisconsin Rapids, and also Nakusa. Back in for Oshkosh will be Kaiser. And for Stevens Point, into the game, Caitlin Slowick. Bailey Collins out there right now. Kellen Schmidt. Who else is out there? Inbound, quickly underneath. Greenheck takes a shot, hit the bottom of the rim. Rebound, bounces out to Claire Staples. Staples into the hand here of Osterman. And they get it underneath, and a traveling call against Porath there. Well, the Titans kind of doing whatever they want right now. Pointers have not figured out a way to stop them. Slowick, Caitlin into the front court, bounces it off to Greenheck. Taylor, left wing pass, connects with Hickey out there. Back off to Slowick, into the post to Bailey Collins. All the way around, left corner 3 ball. That's off the mark. Rebound Collins, nice board. Kick out around the horn. Back down on the post. Bailey Collins with a beautiful entry pass from Taylor Greenheck, and Collins on the scoreboard. Pointers are down 19 at 26-7. Oshkosh into the front court with the basketball. Osterman gives it up high. Porath outside the arc right now. Takes the dribble across the top of the circle. Arneson, triple, and hit it over Collins. Didn't get out on her. She already has 11 points in the game. Hickey will bring it up for Stevens Point. One player has 4 more points than your entire team. Into the lane, fumbled away, and picked back up by Slowick. Then the ball comes free again. Out on the wing, picked up by Oshkosh, laid up and in. Getting up a little slowly. Got kind of banged into the floor, did Osterman. Unintentional, but Slowick ended up falling right on top of her and kind of bounced her head right off the floor. I think she's okay, but maybe a little dazed. She's going to come out for a few moments. Hopefully she's all right. And scoring at the other end was Staples again. 31-7. In for the Titans will come Ava Douglas. Silloway is back out there. Stevens Point. Greenheck inbounds it here. Got some of the young ones out there. Hickey trying to bring it up. Got it to Greenheck. You're going to have some seniors to replace here. That pass deflected again. Picked up by Slowick underneath the Greenheck. Goes up inside, missed the shot, and a rebounding foul going on. Bailey Collins. She's not quite believing that one, but it'll be the first on the Pointers, the second on Bailey Collins. That'll bring Sierra Rain back into the ball game right now. Collins thought she had pretty good position, but the official didn't agree with her. So back up it'll come. Titans with a 31-7 lead. Trying to make it a 5-1 record right now. It'll go to Silloway at the top of the circle. Looked at Arneson, comes over to Porath. Arneson, who has stripped away by Sierra Rain. Nice defense there. Off to Greenheck into the front court. Left wing, it'll go to Kellen Schmidt. Well, we saw an amazing comeback by Point against Platteville. Oshkosh a little bit better than Platteville, I will say, and now a traveling call against Rain. But we'll hope for that kind of a comeback. Back in will come Carson Reith, the senior out of Loyal, Wisconsin. 31-7 is your score here. Up front with the basketball. Right side, or left side pass, Douglas. Silloway in the circle, back to Douglas on the wing, guarded by Hickey. Down to the corner. Titans work it into the post. Kick it out, top of the circle, fake the three, pull up from 15, off the rim, no. Over the back rebound call against Abby Kaiser. That was pretty easy to see. That'll be her first, the second on the Titans. 5.5 minutes to go here in the opening half. Pointers facing that full court pressure. That hasn't bothered them so much. But I am pretty sure that the Pointers' shooting percentage is dismal at best. Schmidt goes right wing to Greenheck. Campion back across all the way to the left wing. Schmidt finds a cutting Greenheck in the post. Turn around, got it one in. Taylor Greenheck with a tough spin move and got that one. 31-9 over to the right wing. It'll go here. Reith on top to Porath. Waiting for something to develop. Kaiser on the left side, dribbles into the lane, kicks it out. Porath's three way offline. Tipped and picked up by Rain. Back to Campion. Abby up the right wing will go to Greenheck, down to the baseline to Schmidt. Schmidt dribbles toward the lane, picks up, gives off to Campion, down to the baseline, double team there. Oshkosh does a great job defensively, very active. Campion goes up inside, off the mark. Rain with the putback, and thought she was fouled. Nothing there. Then lost out of bounds. It'll go back to the Oshkosh Titans, and we've got a timeout. 4:27 to go here in the opening half. Oshkosh 31, Stevens Point 9. Back in a minute. Pointer women's basketball on WPCN.
The UW-Stevens
The final score, located at second and Maria Stevens Point. The men not having much more success. They trail over in Oshkosh 33-16. Right side, it'll go here into the hands of Jorgensen. Jorgensen to the free throw line, picks up, gives it back on the wing to Douglas. Douglas drives down the right of the lane, kicks to the corner. Up inside, ball pops free out of the hands of Kaiser. But there's Douglas to get it back, and Reith with the three. That won't go, but the Titans get the rebound again. Just not doing anything right is Stevens Point. You got to box out. You got to have a little bit more hustle. Lob goes into the post. Triple team, kick out, wide open three. That's off the mark, and there is Campion with a rebound. She'll start it up the floor for Stevens Point, trailing 31-9. Campion keeps the dribble alive, gives it to Schmidt into the low post. Rain a little up and under, and Sierra's got her first two of the game. 31-11, Stevens Point finally into double digits. They come back to the other end with Ava Douglas. Works off the high screen from Reith into the corner. It'll go there, off to Jorgensen. Porath goes right. Reith looked into the post, bounces it down on the baseline to Kaiser again. Oshkosh really does a good job running its offense. Everybody active. They cut through the lane. Porath spin move, kick out wide open, triple on the way. That's off the mark. Rebound Stevens Point. Well, if the Titans start to miss a few, you could chip away at this lead. Campion into the front court. It'll go out to Greenheck. Schmidt lobs it into Rain in the post. Sierra takes the dribble into the lane, has it stripped away. It comes out to Greenheck. Left corner, Hickey wide open for the three, and Julia Hickey with her first 3 points. 31-14. Start chipping away. 2.5 minutes to go. Over to the right side with it is Jorgensen. Works a little dribble, sends it up on top. Porath, left wing, it'll go to Kaiser. Kaiser back to Douglas. Send it right side. Porath guarded there by Schmidt. Lobs it into Reith against Rain. A little turnaround, and she got it. Just a little bit of a fake, and Sierra bought it that time. And Reith able to score in the post. So 33-14. In deep, Kellen Schmidt got free and then missed a bunny. Douglas will bring it back for the Titans. Left wing to Reith. She looks like she might be getting tired, but Oshkosh runs a lot. Everybody keeps moving. Reith, the three from the wing, in and out, no, and a rebounding foul. Going to be called on Abby Campion. That will be, I believe, on Campion. Her first. It is the second on Stevens Point. Hickey will be defending the inbounder, who is Douglas, by the way. Officials talking to the scoring table for a moment. Minute 40 to go in the half. The lob comes on the floor to Porath. Hand off to Douglas. Douglas over the top of the screen, right down the lane, and scores it. Nobody stopped the basketball. I mean, she got it out on the left wing, came over the top of the circle, turned the corner, and straight down the lane to the basket. 35-14. Pfeiffer in there, Jamie, out of Wisconsin Dells High School for Stevens Point. Campion down the right side of the lane. A scooping shot, no, but a foul is going to be called. 35-14, and the foul will go on the Titans, their third team foul. Abby Campion to the free throw line. We'll get to here. The foul was called on Jenna Jorgensen, sophomore out of Luxembourg and Luxembourg Casco High School. Campion's first free throw is good. Her first point of the game. Abby Campion from Janesville and Milton High School, 5'8" freshman. This one out of the way, also good. Don't forget tomorrow afternoon, sectional championship basketball with the Amherst girls. They're playing down at Westfield. Douglas Porath looks, goes left wing to Staples. Porath at the top of the circle, sliding right side into the game right now, and Schenecke for Stevens Point. And 37-16 is your score. Into the front court, Taylor Greenhead. To a cutting Campion down the lane, off the glass, no. Rebound, Sheneke puts it up, no. Ball pops free, who's going to get it? Titans come out of there with it, and then I think they're going to call a foul. And it'll be on Stevens Point. So that one is going to go on Campion. That'll be her second of the third team. There's about a 5-second difference between game and shot clock. Oshkosh with the ball right now. Douglas up on top, gets it to Porath. Out on the left wing with it here. Staples to the free throw line. Dishes out. 12 on the game clock, 6 on the shot clock. On the way, no. Rebound tipped. It'll go out of bounds with 6.6 seconds to go. And Point will have to go the length of the floor here. Back in will come Kaiser, replacing Douglas. Greenheck looking to inbound. And off the inbound is kicked right back out of bounds by Oshkosh. Good pressure by the Titans here on the inbound play. Making it tough just to get it on the floor. It does come into Hickey. Now you've got about 5 seconds to get up the floor, and you're just not going to do it. Hickey launches from half court and is way short, and we have played the first half. Well, it's all Oshkosh at the moment. Titans 37 and the Pointers 16. We'll come back here with more at halftime in a couple of minutes. UW Stevens Point women's basketball on WPCN.
Sprains, strains, and fractures can happen at any time. When you don't have hours to wait in the emergency room, visit one of Bone and Joint's walk-in care locations. You'll be seen by an orthopedic provider who has experience treating injuries affecting your bones, joints, and soft tissues. No appointment is necessary. Most insurance plans are accepted.
Down 37-16 at halftime. And quite honestly, it's been all Titans. And just shooting a much better percentage than Stevens Point. We'll get those numbers for you in a little bit, but not what you had hoped for. And again, Stevens Point's a young team. Oshkosh, they are not super old. They do start 3 seniors, but so does Stevens Point. It's just when you go to the bench for Stevens Point, almost everybody coming in is a freshman, possibly a sophomore. Kind of missing, if you will, a junior class in there. don't have that extra year of experience. And when you go from, seniors down to freshmen and a couple of sophomores, you lack that college experience. And I think that's making a big difference here. I'm not trying to make up excuses. You have to shoot the ball. And you've taken 2 less shots than Oshkosh, but you've made 9 less field goals than Oshkosh. And like I say, when we get you the numbers, it'll be somewhat understandable as to why they are leading in this basketball game at 37-16. Auto Select, quality, dependable auto repair and service performed by qualified technicians you can trust. We'll try to update you on some scores. Next week, the women will have River Falls here. And then on Friday, the men will be here against River Falls. And then, as I say, we're off to the tournament. And it looks like they're going to run the tournament, men and women, on the same night. So, again, you can only do one game. We're not allowed to go on the road. So, hopefully, in my case, hopefully that we get a home game, right? Because is it possible, not possible anyway, that you could end up with nobody at home? Maybe I'm not thinking about that right, but I would imagine that's got to be true. And right now, neither of our teams is leading the league, as they say, so I don't know that we'll be highly seeded in that tournament and might end up on the road, and who knows, we might not have any tournament games. I'll have to ask about that. I'm not sure how they're going to work that out. I'm sure they have a game plan, but I just don't know about it. We'll get our trivia question coming up here in a little bit. Try to pick up on some scores, etc. I can tell you our men are down at the half 43-26 right now over at the Colt. It is 37-16 here. Let's take a 2-minute break. We'll come back. This is UW Stevens Point women's basketball on WPCN.
Hey, sports fans. Scott Glinski of Skyward here. From the court.
House of Pointer women are trailing at the half against the Oshkosh Titans, 37-16. And we can update you right now on some scores that we have. Just trying to verify one. Okay, I think we've got it. First, our women's scores. Obviously here, Stevens Point down 37-16 at the half to Oshkosh. Whitewater leading Platteville. They're not quite at halftime yet. And it is 36-28 there, Whitewater with the advantage. Lacrosse on top of Stout 30-29. They are not quite at the half. And River Falls leading Eau Claire women right now 41-32. For the men's scores at halftime, it is Oshkosh 43, Stevens Point 26. Whitewater leading Platteville. They're not quite at halftime, 23-20. And Lacrosse all over Stout right now at the half, 49-30. As I mentioned before, River Falls and Eau Claire is canceled. I'm assuming again that is a COVID situation. In boys basketball, Pacelli down 42-16 at the half against Auburndale, and Spash trailing in the second half by a 49-36 score to Hortonville. And so, telling you, our basketball season can be coming, or could be coming to an end here pretty quick. Let's look at some statistics from half number one. For the Oshkosh Titans, they hit 14 of 28 from the floor, which is 50%. 6 of 16 from deep, that's 38%. And they were 3 of 4 from the line, 75%. And the Titans with 19 rebounds, 7 assists to 5 turnovers. Leading scorer, Nikki Arneson with 13. 6 right now for Carson Reef. 5 points in the game for Jenna Jorgensen. 4 for Claire Staples. 4 for Leah Porath. 3 points right now for Julia Silloway. And 2 points for Ava Douglas. For the Stevens Point Pointers, it is 5 of 26 from the floor. That's 19% shooting. 1 of 5 from long range, so 20%. Free throws, 5 of 6, 83%. Stevens Point, 4 assists, 7 turnovers, 15 rebounds, so you've only been out-rebounded by 4. The leading scorer at the half for Stevens Point, Taylor Greenheck with 4. 3 for Julia Hickey, and then 2 apiece for Bailey Collins, Kellen Schmidt, Sierra Rain, and Abby Campion, and adding 1 is Josie Nice. So Stevens Point struggling to score here in this one. Biggest lead of the game, Oshkosh 24. And Stevens Point did have a lead at 2-0 in this game. And points off of turnovers, Oshkosh 15 and Stevens Point 4. Points from the paint, Titans 16-8 there. Second chance points, Titans lead 7-2. Fast break points, Oshkosh 4-0. And the bench points, Oshkosh again leading 17-7. But it is halftime, and the Pointer women are down 37-16 as of right now. Let's get our trivia question and see if we can make somebody a happy person here today. Our question, and you're going to have to be accurate here, is when was the last time Stevens Point beat Oshkosh in women's basketball? I need the date and year, okay? That's what we're looking for. 342-1010. Trivia brought to you by Portesi Frozen Pizza and Cheese Fries. There are many pizzas. There's only one Portesi. Phone number to call, 342-1010. And the person with the first correct answer will get a couple of pizzas from Portesi. Keep in mind, you can only win one time every 30 days. What was the last time the Pointer women beat Oshkosh? We need it to be specific, and that means the exact date. 342-1010 is the number to call. 37-16, we'll take a break and come back. This is UW Stevens Point Women's Basketball on WPCN.
Hey, sports
Our trivia question, so if you want to take a crack at that one, by all means, do so. We'd love to give those pizzas away today. What was the last date? And we need to be specific. It wasn't all that long ago, I'm going to tell you, so you don't have to go too far into your research books to figure this one out. What was the last date that the Pointer women beat Oshkosh? 37-16 is our score here as we get ready for the second half. Pacelli boys are down 42-16 at the half. The Spash boys are down 17 at 54-37 in the second half. I haven't had a chance to check on the Elm and Bancroft boys. They're hosting Port Edwards tonight. And our Amherst boys up at Northland Pines. So I don't know if our high school season for the boys is going to come to an end on the very first weekend or not, but it's kind of leaning that way. We'll see. Point will go with Slowick, Collins, Greenheck, Schmidt, and Nice to start off the second half. And the Titans will have Porath. Let's see, Osterman, it'll be Kaiser, and Zillaway, and who did I miss in there? Oh, yeah, Arneson, their leading scorer. So here we go. Titans with the basketball to start it off. It'll go out on the right wing to Kaiser. Zillaway near the top of the circle. Off the high screen from Arneson, kicks it out on the wing. Back to Arneson. Titans are pretty, what shall I say, efficient offensively. And they don't hurry things. From the left corner, wide open. That's not going to go. The long rebound to just Slowick. Well, if you're going to come back and win this one, you're going to have to do it like you did against Platteville the other day. One basket at a time. You can't obviously score 21 points on one field goal. Slowick wasn't looking for a pass from Greenheck, or actually from Schmidt, and we give up a layup at the other end because of it. Kaiser with an easy two. 39-16, 9:02 to go. Always have to be aware. Just not even looking for the basketball. Greenheck over to Schmidt, down to the corner to Slowick, into the post, a little too high for Nice. And the Titans come out of there with it. Zillaway up across the timeline, into the lane, dishes right wing. Driving baseline, Kaiser, short runner, left it short, rebound Schmidt. On ahead, it'll go to Slowick. Looked at Bailey Collins, couldn't get it to her, up on top to Schmidt. Quickly over, Nice on the right wing. Josie will hold and send it up on top. Slowick, left wing, it'll go to Greenheck. Taylor on the dribble, down the left side of the lane. Tough shot, no. Rebound, Collins comes out of there with it. Slowick outside, Nice for a triple. Off the rim, no, and the rebound pulled in by the Titans, Osterman. Osterman across the timeline, over to the left baseline. Porath drives it up inside. Nice move and scores it. Leah Porath with another basket. And the Pointers are down 41-16 right now. And Coach Egner wants a timeout. 7:56 to go, and this will be a 30-second timeout. Let's take the break. We will come back. Pointer women's basketball on WPCN.
Hey, sports fans.
Advantage right now. And in the men's game, our Pointers are down 43-26 as they are getting ready to get their second half going there. So, Stevens Point working on, hey, by the way, we got a trivia winner. Good job by Kathy Williamson here tonight. The last time our Pointer women defeated Oshkosh was actually Valentine's Day 3 years ago, 2018. on February 14th. So, congrats to Kathy Williamson. Picks up a couple of great Fortesi frozen pizzas. Pointers will come back with Abby Campion back into the ball game right now, along with Nice, Greenheck, Schmidt, and Collins. And Nice to bring it up here against Silloway. Works it toward the top of the circle, across the way to Kellen Schmidt. Bounces it into the post to Collins. Here comes the double team. Campion over to Greenheck. Open jumper, and she hit the three. Now that's good ball rotation right there by the Pointers. Got it inside, kicked it out, found an open player, hit the jumper, 41-19. Arneson sends it right. Loading it up is Osterman. Off the rim, no. Greenheck with a rebound. Taylor will work it up here against Kaiser into the corner off the hand of Schmidt and out of bounds. A tough pass right along the sideline, and Kellen couldn't handle it. 41-19. Osterman will bring it back here for the Titans. Gives it off to Porath, guarded by Schmidt. Right corner wide open, triple. Nobody went out on her. Julia Silloway knocks it down. She has 2 threes. 44-19. 7:02 to go in the third. Nice brings it across the timeline for Stevens Point. Good defense here by Silloway. And a good job by Nice to get it up the floor. Campion to the free throw line. Shows too much basketball. Stolen away by Osterman. Boy, we just don't handle the ball well at all. Now tipped away, and we'll get a foul on Campion. Trying to go back and get the basketball. That'll be the first of the second half. And it is, I think, the third on Abby Campion. She will step out. Caitlin Slowick will come in for Stevens Point. So the Titans will inbound off the sideline. Officials want to make sure of something, so over to the bench we go to figure out what is going on here. And we will try to get this game resumed here. Here we go. Inbounding is Kaiser to Osterman down the left of the lane, kicks to the corner. Nothing there for Silloway. Porath drives it inside, kicks it out on the wing. Kaiser back to the lane, had it stripped away, and then a jump ball. Well, good job by the freshman Kaiser Nice to get in and tie up Kaiser. Kaiser will sit, and back in comes Jenna Jorgensen for Oshkosh. 44-19 Titans. Inbound to Caitlin Slowick. And she'll bring it into the front court for Stevens Point. Right wing dribble. Out of Elko, in deep, it'll go to Bailey Collins. Takes a tough shot, no, and a foul. It's going to be whistled here. Collins will go to the line. Bailey scores 11.8 a game, your leading scorer for Stevens Point. She has just 2 at the moment. That foul whistled on Nikki Arneson, her first. First on the Titans in the half, and Collins makes good from the line. Bailey normally a pretty darn good free thrower. Another one coming up, and that one rattles out, of course. And then Oshkosh trying to save it, loses it out of bounds. So the Pointers will get the basketball back here. Nice will be the inbounder off the baseline. Women will be right back here on Wednesday hosting River Falls in the crossover game. Into the post, a foul from behind. That'll be whistled against Kennedy Osterman. It'll be the second on the Titans here, the first on Osterman in this ball game. Second in the half for the Titans. Nice. Inbounds it right under the basket. Bailey Collins, and we're going to foul or a travel. Let's wait and see. Looks like it'll be on Carson Reith. And we're going to get a 30-second timeout taken here by Oshkosh. So the Titans will take the timeout. 6:08 remaining here in the third quarter. Oshkosh 44, Stevens Point 20. We're coming right back. This is Pointer Women's Basketball. Quan. Inbound, it'll come to Taylor Greenheck. Looks and bounces it into the post to Collins. All the way around to the baseline. Slowick couldn't get a shot off. Nice in deep. Collins again up over. Reith couldn't hit it. And a rebound saved by Kellen Schmidt, but right back to the Titans. They'll run it out 3-on-2. Porath to the other end, stops at the line, kicks it out. Reith with it, holds it above the head. Guarded there by Schmidt to a cutter down the lane off of the hand of Silloway and out of bounds. So it'll go back to Stevens Point here. Up the floor comes Josie Nice with it for Stevens Point. Over to the right wing, Taylor Greenheck. On top to Schmidt. Kellen. Crossover dribble down the left of the lane. Out to the corner, it'll go to Greenheck. Greenheck down on the baseline to Nice. Up underneath, can't hit it. Rebound Reith. Titans run out with it. Osterman will bring it with the behind-the-back dribble. 5:10 to go in the third. Porath out on the left wing. Right back into the corner, wide open. Doesn't want to take it. Drives it up inside, kicks it out. Over to the right corner, Silloway open, triple buried. She has 3 of those now in the game. 47-20 is the lead for the Oshkosh Titans right now. It will go here to Josie Nice across the way. Taylor Greenheck. Titans defend well. They are quick enough to really give you bother. Bailey Collins misses the turnaround 8-footer. And rebounded by the Titans. This is Jorgensen into the front court right now. Passes it off to Reith. Left corner, Osterman. Silloway lost the dribble, but got it back. The ball, that is. Off to Jorgensen on the right wing. Porath, shot clock down to 8. Drives it into the paint. Keeps her dribble alive. Pulls up from 12 and buries it. Titans can score off the dribble. Stevens Point doesn't appear to have much of that capability. Nice. Brings it into the front court. Bumped a little by Osterman, and finally a whistle. So Kennedy Osterman will pick up the foul. That'll be her second, the 4th, I believe, on Oshkosh. And we got the media timeout at 3:53 to go in the third quarter. So it is Oshkosh now with a 49-20 lead over Stevens Point. We'll be back in a minute. This is UW Stevens Point women's basketball on WPCN.
The Amherst girls basketball team is on to the... To the Quant, our Pointers are trailing 49-20 right now. 3:53 to go in the third quarter. Oshkosh got the Pointers by 30 the other day, and right now in position to make that look like a close game. Julia Hickey into the game for Stevens Point, working on the left wing dribble. Sends it across the way to Greenheck. Taylor looking at Slowick, cutting down the lane, goes up with the short runner, and Jessica Slowick on the scoreboard, 49-22. Back up, it'll come with Douglas in control on the dribble, left wing, into the hands of Staples. Send it to Reith on the right side, holds it there against Rain, takes the dribble to the free throw line. Reith gets it back from Jorgensen, drives it down along the left of the lane. Handoff pass up on top to Allison Forney, who is into the game. And then a jumper off the baseline. Claire Staples, I believe, with that basket. So 52-22, up to a 30-point advantage right now. Into the post to Rain. Couldn't get a shot off. Kellen Schmidt on the left wing. Back to Greenheck. Drives it down the lane all the way to the glass. Taylor Greenheck with 5 in the quarter, 9 in the ball game. Up it will come on the dribble. Douglas. Left corner, Jorgensen to the lane. Didn't take the little turnaround opportunity. Reith at the top of the circle. Forney working off the left baseline. She is out of Batavia, Illinois, by the way. Into the lane, down the lane, and they're going to call a carrying violation on Oshkosh. Or traveling. Bone and Joint Clinic for convenient locations across central Wisconsin, including Plover. Learn more at bonejoint.net. 52-24 in favor of Oshkosh right now. Hickey gets it to Greenheck. Over to Jess Slowick. You're going to have to look for the little victories right now. You're not going to win the game. Slowick bounces it down on the baseline. Rain up on top. Schmidt just won't look at the basket. Ball tipped away and picked up by Reith. Gets it into the hands of Douglas. Kellen Schmidt just does not want to shoot the basketball from anywhere other than under the basket. Forney into the right corner, goes there to Staples. Back with the dribble on the right side. Jorgensen fumbled it, got it back, gets it off on the baseline. Staples to a cutter, and that one off the hand, picked up here by Schmidt on ahead to Greenheck. Pointers are down 52-24. Kellen Schmidt looked into the post. They'll get it to Rain up underneath. Shot rolls off the rim and a whistle. Rain will go to the free throw line. That'll be team number 5 on Oshkosh. 52-24. In for the Titans, Lydia Crow, freshman out of Libertyville, Illinois. In for Stevens Point comes Jamie Pfeiffer. Sierra Rain with 2 points in the game. Her first free one is good. That foul, by the way, whistled on Carson Reith, her second. She gets the second and drops it through. Bounced around long enough, but it went through. So, Oshkosh brings it back up. Pointer softball wins a pair today, opening up the season up in Rhinelander, I do believe, in their new dome up there. Little Rhinelander has an indoor dome. How about that? And we've got an off-ball foul called on the Titans. And it's going to go on Carson Reith, her third. Again, a very young Stevens Point team. And it shows at times. You got to get tougher, you got to get stronger, and boy, you do have to shoot it. 19% is not going to cut it. Jamie Pfeiffer at the left elbow. Gets it up over to the right wing. It'll go to Greenheck. Pfeiffer bounces it into Rain, and what do we get this time? We get a push-off foul on Sierra Rain in the post. That will be her second, and the second on the pointers here in this half. We're down to 45 seconds to go in the third quarter. 52-26. Kick out over to the right wing, and Reith skips it over left side. This is Crow into the right corner, and Forney with the long three. 55-26. Titans, 22 seconds to go. Now the Pointers do not have an answer. Jessica Slowick sends it to Taylor Greenheck. Pfeiffer to the free throw line, down the right of the lane, bounces it off her foot, turns it over, picked up by Crow. 4 seconds, she'll go all the way to the other end with a beautiful pass and a lay-in and a foul. What a play by Lydia Crow, the freshman, with a nice bounce pass right at the last moment. Claire Staples scores it and is fouled, and she will head to the line with 1.7 seconds to go in the third quarter. That foul called on Sierra Rain is her second. The free throw for Staples is good. She's out of Middleton High School, by the way. And the Pointers will inbound, and that'll end the third quarter. Oh, boy. It is now, after 3, Oshkosh 58 and Stevens Point 26. We'll be back in 1 minute. This is UW Stevens Point women's basketball on WPCN.
Sprains, strains, and fractures can happen at any time. When you don't have hours to wait in the emergency room, visit one of Bone and Joint's walk-in care locations. Point trails 58-26 to the Oshkosh Titans on your final score, Sports Bar and Grill scoreboard. Watch your favorite teams and enjoy the daily food and drink specials at the final score, 2nd and Maria in Stevens Point. Well, again, you can't win the game now, but you can win a quarter. How about that to start? We'll see. Inbound for Oshkosh, Kennedy Van Ziel, a freshman out of Rhinelander, into the game for the Titans. They'll send it to the right wing to Silloway. Van Ziel goes left corner with the pass here to a traveling. Lydia Crow dragged that old pivot foot. That happens. So it'll go back to Stevens Point. Greenheck will check out. Campion comes back in. We have Sierra Rain out there, Jessica Slowick, Julia Hickey, and Jamie Pfeiffer. Those are your 5 right now. Slowick in the left corner, getting pinned down, finds Rain along the left side of the lane, and Sierra hits that turnaround jumper, 58-28. So bringing it back up is Van Ziel. Stopped her dribble off fully high out on the floor, got it to Porath. Over to the right corner is Silloway underneath, fumbled but retrieved by Arneson, takes it up, blocked by Rain. Into the hands of Campion, lead feed, Jamie Pfeiffer, and she has it stripped away and out of bounds. Jamie dribbling up a little too high, and an easy pick that time for Oshkosh. Knocked it out of bounds. Inbound, it'll go to Slowick. Hickey with it, heads left, goes to Campion at the top of the circle. Hickey looking into the post to Pfeiffer. Here comes the double team. Gets it to Slowick. Just into the lane, 13-footer, rims off no, tipped rebound, picked up on the wing this time by Crow. Crow into the front court to Porath. Left corner, wide open, Silloway, triple, no, rebound, Slowick, and a foul. And that will go on Oshkosh. Going to be on Nikki Arneson. And I believe her second. The first on the Titans here. Spash boys lose to Hortonville, 67-47. So Hortonville ripped a couple of Wisconsin Valley Conference teams pretty badly in their first 2 regional games. Turnaround by Jamie Pfeiffer is good. 58-30. Pacelli getting crushed over at Auburndale. In deep, it'll go into the post, just into the game. A beautiful up and under by Case Vale out of Greendale, Wisconsin. Another freshman at 6'1". That comes Stevens Point, 60-30 trailing. Slowick goes left side to Campion. Wanted to find Rain, couldn't get it to her. Outside to Hickey, sent it to the right corner.
Jamie Pfeiffer into the lane. Again, had it stripped away, got it back. Still fighting to a cutter down the lane. Campion with the lay-in and a foul. Abby Campion and a foul. Campion will go for the old-fashioned three-point play. Oshkosh will send Staples and Kaiser back in right now. In for Stevens Point, Grace Michael Bust, 6'2" sophomore out of the Dells. 60-32. That foul, by the way, on Silloway was her first, and the Campion makes good on the free throw. So, 60-33. Kaiser out on the right wing, sends it up to Staples, tries to get by Campion, lobs it, and overshot the 6'1" freshman, Casey, I believe, down on the baseline. So inbound, it'll come to Hickey. Stevens Point gets it back. Hickey on the left side to Jess Slowick. Bounces it into the post. Pfeiffer takes it up, blocked that time by Vale. Picked up here by the Titans once again. Lead feed, Staples, kick out left side. Up on top, tipped away by Hickey. Break out to the other end, and she missed the layup. 60-33, and we'll come back. Oshkosh with the ball, Van Ziel, and what, a Oshkosh timeout. This will be a full timeout taken by the Titans. A 1-minute break, 6:56 to go in the ball game. Oshkosh 60, Stevens Point 33. We're back. This is UW Stevens Point women's basketball on WPCN. The UW Stevens Point. Here. Campion's free throw is good. Partners Pub, Stevens Point's birthday headquarters, open 365 days a year. Great food, drinks, entertainment, and company, and Campion made them both. She has 7 points in the game. Back in for Oshkosh is Ava Douglas. Over to the right wing, into the hands here of Schlock. Staples off a moving screen, quite honestly. It'll go down to the baseline. Douglas cut off, now trying to take Hickey inside. Tosses to the corner. The three is an airmail, but Karam's all the way out. Campion, Staples will take the shot. No, put back up and in by Forney, and she will go to the free throw line. Well, unfortunate. Ball came out a little crazy off the first miss. Rain will replace Pfeiffer here. And that foul, by the way, whistled on Stevens Point against Jamie Pfeiffer. Was her first. And the first on the Pointers. Free throw on the way is not good. Rain with a rebound. So it will come up in the hands of Campion. In the lane, off it'll go to Nice, over to Hickey. Stevens Point looking to run a decent set offensively. That ball tipped away and out of bounds. Pointer men are down 76-54, by the way. Inbound, it'll go to Nice on the wing. Tried to get it to Rain. That pass was nowhere close to where it needed to be. Picked out of there. Douglas underneath. Titans turn it over themselves, trying to run it out. They were looking that time for Klotch, Mackenzie Klotch. Couldn't get it to her without a turnover. Hickey into the front court. 4:48 to go. Over to the right wing. It'll go here. Campion bounces it inside to Rain. Turnaround jumper off the mark. Rebounded by Forney, pardon me. Douglas will bring it up, sends it over. High left side, just in is Katie Rossetti out of Wakanda, Illinois, a 6'2 junior. Down the lane, tough shot, won't go, foul called. And Klotch will go to the free throw line for a pair. That'll be Pointer foul number 2. In for Stevens Point, Annika Schenicke. That foul called on Campion. Her 4th now. And the free throw bounces off for Klotch. Caitlin Slowick getting set to come back in. Second free throw is good for Mackenzie Klotch out of Kewanee, Wisconsin. Another freshman at 5'10". So Campion will sit Caitlin Slowick into the ball game here. 63-35 Titans. Hickey across the timeline over to the right side. Slowick looking into the post, got it there. Schenicke had it tipped away, but got it back. Over it'll go to Hickey. 14 on the shot clock. Nice thought about it, didn't load it up. Backs her way down the lane. Tough little scooping layup, no one a foul. Well, let's see where it's going to go. We have Amherst Girls Sectional Championship basketball tomorrow. Kennedy Van Zyl will come back. Amherst against Westfield. That's a 3 o'clock game. We're on the air at 2:45 tomorrow afternoon. And the first free throw here by Josie Nice is good. She'll get another. She has 2 points in the game. Second free throw, not going to go, and a lane violation on Stevens Point, I guess. By the way, that foul was on Crow. So here we go, 63-36. Van Zyl over to the right wing, gets it into the hands of Forney. Forney back out to Klotch. Behind the back with the dribble at the left elbow, then the ball tipped away and out of bounds off of Stevens Point. The Rock and Roll Cafe. They're open 7 days a week with extended hours Thursday through Saturday. Stop in for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. It'll come inbounds into the low post. Kick out. 3 ball. Off the rim. No. Rebound. Baseline. Too nice. Josie into the front court. Goes right side to Slowick. To the top of the circle. Over to Hickey. Down to the left corner. Into the post. It'll go there. Shenicke trying to work against a double team. Bounces it back out to the corner. Out to Hickey for 3. Rims out long. No. Rebound Titans. Rossetti with it. And back to Van Zyl, down to 3:12 to go in this one. Right back here on Wednesday with the women against the River Falls Falcons. With the dribble, back out high, a 3 ball on the way. That catches rim, but nothing else. Titans get the long rebound. Over to the corner with it is Van Zyl. Van Zyl drives into the lane, spin move, nothing available. Over to the corner, it'll go to Rossetti. Rossetti with 10 on the shot clock, takes a scooping layup. No. Rain with a rebound. Rain to Hickey. Here comes Stevens Point. Off on the right wing. With it here is Nice. Over to Hickey. Rain at the top of the circle. 2.5 minutes. Sierra down the lane, and she is fouled. Rain will go to the free throw line. Rain was 6 points in the game right now. 63-36, 2:29 remaining. Titans are going to come in with another line change. Macy Grady, actually, a 6-foot sophomore out of Brandon and Laconia High School. Also into the game is Ashley Wizink out of Oshkosh North, a 5'6 sophomore. Thought one other player came in, but can't see right now. I think it is Sienna Curran, a 5'10 freshman out of Monona Grove. Sierra Rain makes the free throw. 63-37. And Sierra's second on the way and good. And replacing Sierra Rain will be Jamie Pfeiffer here. 63-38. Oshkosh will win this one going away, as they say. Van Zyl working against Hickey. Gives it up on the wing into the hands here of Wissink. Back over to Van Zyl. Drives it down the lane. Missed the layup. Tipped around. Put back no. And did we get a foul whistle? Looks like we did. He's going to go on Stevens Point. Anna Shenicke with the foul. Her first, third team. Free throw on the way, not good for Rossetti. 63-38 is your score. This one is on the way. Rims off no. Rebounded by Shenicke. It'll go to Campion. Abby to the front court, over the top of the circle, off on the right wing to Hickey. Send it back over to Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer looking into the post to Shenicke. Got it in there. Got, in my opinion, fouled. Now the ball free on the floor, and where are we going to get a foul? Or is it going to be a jump? No, they're going to call a foul. So it'll be a foul on Shenicke here. It'll be her second and the fourth team foul. Van Zyl will cross the timeline for the Titans. Works it into the right corner. With it here is Curran. Lobs it into the post. Fumbled away that time by Klotch. Got it back. Now into the post, tipped away by Shenicke, but didn't secure the ball. She took off and left the ball lay there. Underneath, shot blocked from behind by Pfeiffer. Then Jamie got it into the hands of Hickey. Hickey into the front court. Campion looking underneath the Shenicke. Sends it over to Hickey on the left wing to a cutting Campion down the lane. Back out it'll come. Hickey over to the right wing. Jamie Pfeiffer, 63-38. Left wing open. Jumper off the rim. No. Rebound tip. Pfeiffer with it at the arc. Trying to go into Sheneke. Bad pass, stolen away. Here come the Titans. Over to the left wing, down the lane, and a nice layup by Ashley Wissing. 65-38. We're inside a minute to go in this one. Hickey brings it into the front court. Works it off to Campion. Up on top, it'll go here. Erin Moran into the game. Working with that big right knee brace right now. Moran down to the baseline, trying to back her way in. Passes it off to Campion, through across the lane, and turns it over. Up it'll come into the lane, handoff pass, up off the glass. Titans will score it. And that one, I believe, scored by Sienna Curran. It'll go on the wing, down to the right baseline, Campion. 5 seconds to go. Looking at Sheneke, got it into the post, and a foul by Macy Grady. It'll also be team number 5. So Sheneke will go to the line for 2. 1.8 seconds to go. And a chance to get down the scoreboard for Anna Sheneke. Free throw on the way is good. 5'11" freshman out of Fort Atkinson. Another one coming up here. And on the way, it's also good. Well, one thing the Pointers have done well, they've shot free throws well here today. Inbounded, and that will do it. Your final score. On your final score scoreboard, Oshkosh 67 and Stevens Point 40. The final score, where you can enjoy a sandwich and your favorite libation. They're located at 2nd and Maria in Stevens Point. We'll take a 2-minute break and return here. This is UW Stevens Point women's basketball on WPCN.